Well, hello there. With me today is Jaco. Hi, Jaco. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
Good. This is our future cruise consultant on the Seabourn Venture, and as you can tell, I'm having a good time. So I'm going to let Jaco tell you about what he does and all the good stuff on a cruise.
So yeah, my name is Jaco. I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm the future cruise consultant on board. And I'm on the Venture, which is an expedition ship. Of course, we go into all these wonderful, wonderful places, and the people who are on board now, they would like to know what the possibilities are for the next time to come back.
Okay.
So that's why I'm on board to give them advice about the itineraries, about the pricing, availabilities. And yeah, I got my desk here in the square, and people come up to me for information. And also, when they book on board, they get a discount. So an incentive for them to come back and book with me on board. Yeah.
So what is your most popular cruise like when people are talking about going forward? What do people seem to want?
For expedition, it's mostly Antarctica. That's
Okay.
it's a big one. South Georgia as well, which can also be combined with Antarctica. It's a 20-day voyage.
Okay.
Northwest Passage is a very good one. We do that twice in 2025. Also, we have the Arctic voyages going to Svalbard. So we focus mainly on expedition, but also we go to the South Pacific. We go to the Kimberley in Australia. So those are also very popular cruises that people ask about when they're on the ship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We also have other ships, regular ocean cruise ships that they're not doing the expedition part of it, but people who come in on this ship, they mostly rebook expedition cruises. Let's say 80%. Yeah.
This is my first time on this, but I've been on many of the Seabourn, the regular ships.
Yep.
And I got to tell you, I'm having a ball on here. I really am. Today I was doing zodiacs. I was on a zodiac.
Yeah, that's a big part of expedition cruising.
Yeah.
The zodiac disembarkation is
Yeah.
quite an experience.
Yeah.
And that's part of expedition. Submersibles that can also deploy in certain areas. We got the kayaks as well that we do. So it's very active, and the people who are on board are also very active and adventurous people. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole different ball game
They're
here.
totally different than regular cruising, that's for sure. Yes.
It tests your the ability, whether you really want to do all the fun stuff or what.
Yeah.
Some people do, some people don't. But
You have a choice. I mean,
Yeah.
you can do all those activities,
Yeah.
Or you can just enjoy the ship and
Yeah.
enjoy the scenic sailing with the ship.
Yeah.
Especially like in Antarctica, we have, of course, beautiful surroundings, but it's also quite an experience to take the kayaks out and go closer to the icebergs and maybe see a whale close by in the zodiacs. So that's a different perspective of cruising. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But you have a choice. You don't have to do it.
True.
You can also just stay on the ship.
Yeah. Well, this morning there were sharks out there?
There were some sharks like very, very early morning, so
Yeah.
they made an announcement. So the people who had the button on in the suites, they could actually
Yeah.
rush up and see the sharks. So
Yeah.
that was definitely
Yeah.
quite an experience this morning. Yeah.
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 It was totally amazing. Yeah. And so Antarctica, you'll be able to send me some pictures and I can put it on this video with us then.
I can definitely share some video with you or some
I
some
would
pictures.
love that. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, we got some
So-
great pictures, definitely.
So our viewers will be, having a good time with this.
Yeah,
They really
yeah,
will when they see it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So going forward, how long have you been on, if you don't mind?
Yeah, of
me
course,
asking?
no problem. Yeah, with Seabourn.
Yeah.
I've been with Seabourn since January last year,
Okay.
and this is my second contract on the venture.
Okay.
It is totally, like you said, a different experience than the other ships. But Seabourn in general, as a luxury cruise line, is a great place to work.
Oh yeah.
And we go all around the world, all different destinations. And
Yeah.
it's the ships are not big, so we only have maximum 600 guest capacity. And these expedition ships, 264 maximum. So that's a great size to explore the world. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do before you were on Seabourn?
Well, I've
don't
been at
mind me
sea for
asking.
over 13 years. So
Okay.
I worked for other companies before, and but I think I'm going to stick with Seabourn now. I mean, due to circumstances, you sometimes change company, but yeah, I think Seabourn is a great place to work for, to work, and the company is a great company and a great itineraries as well.
Yeah.
So, but 13 years at sea, and I think I will remain at sea for the upcoming years.
Oh, that's good. I'll tell you what, today is absolutely beautiful out there.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over it. It was like glass on the water.
We've been very lucky. This cruise is over the weather, so many sunny days.
Yeah.
So you never know around the UK how the weather will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been really very fortunate so far. Yeah.
So upcoming, what is the weather going to be like? We'll be going into the UK next, won't we?
Yeah, we have one more port in Ireland, and then we go to Plymouth, and then Poole and Dover. So
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure about the weather conditions, but I'm pretty confident it will be good the next few days. Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So going forward, you're going to send me the Antarctica and on your favorite places where people like to go, and and then on here when they come to see you, they get special discounts then also.
Yes, so we have promotion going on all the time that people can find on the website. On top of that, we have some onboard booking discounts. So we have for expedition cruising, for example, we have a 20% discount when they start the booking on the ship. And then for regular cruises, is a 5% onboard booking discount. We then give the bookings back to the travel agents. So
which is me.
You are one of them. so
I double duty here, double dip. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like a good thing for the travel agents as well, because they don't really have to do the work. The guests come on board, they're happy, they rebook with me, I make sure the same travel agent is on the booking. Then the booking goes back to the travel agent who gets the credit for the booking. So it's just an extra incentive for the guests to start it on the ship.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
It's a win-win for everybody, yes.
Okay, so I guess what that means is when you come to Las Vegas, you have a place to stay, and I get to do the same thing for you, don't I?
Well, I would like, definitely, that would be very nice. Look forward to that, yes, definitely.
The weather is beautiful, the people are fantastic.
Yeah.
And so maybe on your next time off, you can fly over to Las Vegas. That would be fun.
Look forward to that, definitely.
Yeah. So is there anything you want to say before we get off here?
Well, it was very nice meeting you, and thank you for the interview. And I would encourage everybody to look us up and come and visit us on one of our ships. It's a wonderful vacation to explore the world, definitely.
Yeah. Well, one thing about it, once you come on Seabourn, you're spoiled for life. I know, ask me.
Yeah, you're a great ambassador for Seabourn, yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Okay, we're going to take a hard break right now.
Welcome to Diamond Travel, your getaway to unparalleled luxury cruises and unforgettable safari experiences.
Hi, I'm Suzy Saline Lipsky, founder of Diamond Travel. At Diamond Travel, we redefine luxury travel with curated experiences tailored just for you.
Dive into a world of sophistication with our luxury cruises, setting the bar for elegance and top-notch service. Sail through the crystal clear waters and let us redefine your notion of opulent relaxation. For those seeking adventure, our tailor-made safaris promise an immersive experience like no other.
Call today while there's still space available. Reservations are filling up fast for this fun-filled experience at sea. Dial 702-778-5037 now and let the waves carry you to a world of unmatched wonder. Bon voyage! Well, hi, we're back, and I'm with my favorite sushi chef. Hi, how are you?
Hello, very good.
Now you know why I come up here. We have sushi every day, and he is the master of all masters. So I'm going to turn it over to the chef and let him talk to you.
I'm Hiroyuki Noda.
Yeah.
From Japan, Sapporo.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been on the ship?
It's on board. It's for 2 years. I'm working here. Like a venture from venture. The venture is I'm working from the last November. I'm joining here.
Yeah.
Then I go home with after tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After when? After This week, next week?
I'm at the end of this, cruise.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. So that means you're here with me until I at least get off in Scotland, right?
Mhm.
I was about to have a nervous breakdown. I love him. He's wonderful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, you do the fresh sushi every day from 6 to 9 in the club here.
Yes, but kind of it's all ship is first we have to frost the fishes.
Yeah.
So every day, I mean the day before,
Yeah.
we defrost the fishes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be kind of taste really fresh. So
Sure.
I can serve it. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's wonderful.
thank you very much.
A lot of the recipes, are they all yours?
Yes, we have plenty recipe like California, for example,
Yeah.
California roll. We have kind of crab and cucumber and use tobico and avocado inside. And yeah.
Oh, wow. That's great. I'm going to have to show you guys some pictures of what this is because it is fabulous. Once you come here, you've got so many places to go, and this is like the best that like Las Vegas has to offer, but on the Seabourn you've got everything here, whatever you could possibly want. It's what, from 6 to 9, and then when you order like the chef special, that's whatever you guys make for that day. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's,
And then you do something with the nuts here. What do you do? Roast them? They're like a Japanese
Yes.
type of roast?
yes, we call Japanese nuts because it's we put things kind of shimi togarashi.
Yeah.
It's a kind of chili powder, Japanese chili powder.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, is it ever good?
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Steve, my husband loves the sushi, and we found that, and we've been here ever since. So we come up here at least 4 times a week.
Very good.
It's
Thank you.
wonderful. Well, you have like a whole team here that works with you, don't you, Chef?
I have one sushi assistant, so it's actually we have 2 teams. Yes, so 2 of us working here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then we have like the entertainment. Richard and Anna, they were on one of my other shows. They're wonderful. They play, and then what Kaylee is the other entertainer that plays here too. Yeah, it's quite a luxury place to be. It's absolutely phenomenal. What is your special for today, if you don't mind me asking?
Like today's yellowtail. Yellowtail is a really good one. So I want to show you.
Okay, he's going to show us. Okay.
This is a yellowtail. We got the
Oh, the hamachi.
Yes, hamachi. This is
Yeah.
Everything Japanese.
Oh, okay.
This is from the Japan, from Miyazaki.
Oh, all
Yes.
right.
So this is a really good.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Steve and I both love the yellowtail. It's fabulous.
Yes. So today is a really good
Okay.
yellowtail. So.
That means he's going to take good care of me this afternoon. Well, anyways, we'll get back to you. Hope you have a wonderful time. And this was wonderful talking to you, Chef. It really was.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And I'll be sure and send that over. And then I'm going to send some pictures over also of the different sushi items that they do here. It's wonderful. It's like the best sushi you can find anywhere. It's fabulous. Today we're in Skull, Ireland, and the Fastnet Lighthouse and the rock is right outside the ship. And I was on a Zodiac and I went into the town, and you can literally see where the lighthouse is. And they do the Rolex races, the yacht races. They did one in 2023, and it can be brutal. You can see it on the screen there, the Rolex Fastnet race. So the lighthouse is right out the window, and you can see the where they travel. And one of our Zodiac drivers, she's totally amazing. She was talking about it. She's been on, I believe, 18 or 20 different races. But every time she did this, it was at the dark of night because it's hundreds and hundreds of miles. And they've got hundreds of yachts out here in the harbor when they do this. And the weather can be nice or it can be treacherous. And there is so much history here. It just amazes me. I'm having the best time in the world. I really am. And the lighthouses and all of the history, it's fabulous. You have to do this. Okay, this is Nick, and Nick is in charge of everybody up here. And as you can see, Nick Martland, he's the cruise director here, and he pretty much takes care of everybody.
Yeah, just in charge of the entertainment on board, so
Yeah.
making sure that people have fun in the afternoons and evenings with entertainment and shows. So yeah, keep everyone busy.
Yeah. So the show tonight, I met the girls.
Ayub sisters, yeah.
Yes, they're
Scottish Egyptian cellist and violinist.
Oh
and
my
they
goodness.
are sisters as well. So
Have you heard them before?
yes, yeah, they're fabulous. They're really
Oh my
good. Really
goodness.
good. So
That'll be fun. I'll have to take a video of that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And the next time you're singing, I'm going to have to take a video and put
couple of
that
days
in
time,
here too.
yeah, a couple of
Yeah.
days.
Yep.
Great.
So this is Nick Martland, everybody. He's the cruise director. Good-looking guy. He's going to come visit all of us in Las Vegas.
I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you.
Okay. Looks like we're going to have a... Okay, I don't know if you can see this or not. But it is... Okay, the lighthouse is right out there. There you are. Take a look at this. If this doesn't knock your socks off, nothing will. Here is the Fascinet Lighthouse we're going by now. That's what I talked about earlier with the Rolex races. This is just a marvel to behold. Look at it. Absolutely magnificent. It's about 8 o'clock at night. We just saw some sharks. The basking sharks. This is absolutely spectacular. Just look at them. Wow. Wow.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, they're right here. The sea
right
sharks are right here.
Yep,
It was nice of Captain to stop the ship, wasn't it?
it was very.
Wow. I'm in Skull, Ireland, and I was in town today, and that is a picture of an old cemetery, and that dates back to, I believe, 600. And when you're looking at this, it just gives you chills. You know, you think back about our ancestors and how they all came over from different parts of Europe, and it's breathtaking. It's still there. I mean, it's just totally amazing. And this is some of the houses on the street. When you come in by Zodiac, this is what an average house looks like. And they have a little garden right beside it. And it's very well kept up. And that's the post office, believe it or not, to be able to send the letters out. And there's a lot of people living here, and they live a very simple life. And this is the main street in Skull. And this is the Fascinet Lighthouse. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm in the Constellation Lounge up on Deck 9 on the Seabourn Venture. It's an absolutely perfect day. And I gave Rick a little taste of what was here on the Seabourn Venture. Yesterday we were in Skellig Michael. As you see the pictures, the captain took us this close to Skellig Michael and the Skellig Islands. This is what you see. I mean, this is absolutely breathtaking. If I have any Star Wars fans out there, do you remember Luke Skywalker? This is where he hid out when he was in the Star Wars movies and when they filmed it. Up on top, you'll see in a few pictures where you're going to see the beehives. Right in there, that's where the monks lived early in the century, and then they moved off. So when you see this, it looks exactly like I'm showing it to you right now. And it's been there for centuries. Beautiful. Look at the view. This is our weather. It's been this way for the past 6 or 7 days. It's absolutely spectacular. And there's my puffin. I love puffins. They're fabulous. You can see them all over. And I'm thinking about the past couple days. One of them is the Cliffs of Moher. See the castle there? It's absolutely fantastic. When we left Galloway, this is what we saw when we were sailing out. When they talk about the cliffs, this is what the cliffs are. In future, and in the stone hedge, and this is coming through, and you see the small cliffs there. They're right beside the large cliffs. This is what it looks like when you sail right next to it on a seaborne venture. The weather was spectacular, the views, and look at the sunset. This was fabulous. I highly recommend this. And there's another castle on top. See all the people up there? It was fabulous. I have a great camera. I love to take pictures. We were in Galway recently, and I have some beautiful pictures to show you. Look at the castle and the rowboat beside it. Another beautiful day there. When you look at it up close, it's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? It reminds you of all the history of Galway. And there is a picture of the cliffs. That's what we were going to do later, and we did. We went by. And here's another lighthouse. There's lighthouses everywhere you look. And they all are very interesting with the electric power stations beside them. Such a beautiful area. Every time I look at this, it makes you think of the people that lived hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It's just amazing. Today we were in Kisdale, Ireland, and we saw a beautiful town. When we were getting back on the boat, there was a bunch of award-winning school children that were singing and playing all kinds of instruments. It's so refreshing to see that in Ireland. Tomorrow I'll be in Plymouth, England, and I'm going to be taking a tour of the Cornish countryside and the city of Low. I will be sure and send you pictures and try to explain everything to you. The weather's been absolutely perfect here. I couldn't have asked for a nicer cruise. It's wonderful. Right now I'm having tea time in Seabourn Square. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it is absolutely beautiful here. Okay, with me today is Jeremy Fratkin, correct?
Correct.
Okay, he's the most famous photographer and most well-known person on the Seabourn Venture. Everybody loves him. And you're what, next door to me, aren't you? You're in California.
I am. I'm in Southern California, based just outside of Los Angeles.
Okay, so tell me about you. I want to know about your life.
So I've been a professional photographer now for just over 15 years. I've been doing photography for more than 20 years.
Okay.
I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area on the peninsula, and my background is actually in print design, motion graphics, web design, animation, and photography just kind of tied in with it. And as I went through all the years of college and got this great job in motion graphics, I actually hated sitting in front of a computer in a cubicle 10 to 12 hours a day.
Sure, I can see that.
Yeah, and after 6 months I quit, and then I ended up on a cruise with my grandparents back in 2008 in the Baltic on Crystal Cruises.
Okay.
And I ended up sending in my resume and portfolio to the owner of the photo concession, and he gave me a job and flew me to Singapore 9 days later, and I spent 7 years.
I told you he's good.
I spent 7 years traveling around the world on the crystal ships until 2016, where I got top-tier training in portrait photography. Stepped off in 2016, started my own photo business in Los Angeles, and I travel all over the country doing weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs, family portraits. I also work in the film industry doing behind-the-scenes photography.
Wow.
And it wasn't until 2022 that I got a call from American Queen Voyages, and they ended up bringing me on to head up their photo program on their expedition ship in Alaska.
Okay.
So I did 2 full seasons of expedition photography in 2022, 2023, so full summers in Alaska, which was truly mind-blowing, and it just kind of sucked me away from my business in California. And I haven't looked back since. And now I'm spending almost 9 months out of the year bouncing from company to company doing, heading up the photography program.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, all the things that we're seeing here is just amazing.
It is. It's extraordinary. And the thing is, at heart, I'm a wildlife photographer. I absolutely I'm truly passionate about wildlife photography. So getting paid to do what I love and what I'm truly passionate about makes me really happy.
Yeah.
And I also get to teach, guide, and lecture at the same time. So everything I do on expedition ships is all about interacting with the guests and teaching and guiding and lecturing and helping them become better photographers, helping them become more aware of what they can and can't do on their phones with the cameras and their professional cameras, and just going out on zodiacs and kayaks and just literally exploring every area, every corner of the globe, and helping them with photography.
Well, I bet you've taken a lot of beautiful pictures since you've been on, haven't you?
I've taken a few.
Well, maybe we can talk him into sending some over for this show. It would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll be able to share. I'll be able to share a lot of the photos from this voyage with you.
Yeah. It's just amazing. So what's your favorite thing? Like when you go out on the zodiacs, or when you do the tours, or?
I would say it's the zodiacs, because the zodiacs really give you, on an expedition ship, is what really separates it apart from a cruise ship.
Yeah.
So before, I spent 7 years on a cruise ship in the luxury industry, and you know, it's port after port after port after port. You're constantly getting on a bus, getting off a bus, getting on a bus or a van or whatever, and you're going and seeing, you know, churches, cathedrals, museums, castles, the countryside, whatever it may be. With expedition, you're getting on a zodiac, you're literally sitting on the water, and you're interacting with the wildlife, you're interacting with the landscape around you, and it's this interactive experience that sets expedition on a whole different scale compared to cruise ships. And it's truly extraordinary, and it's my absolute favorite thing about going on tour is being on the zodiac, because you never know what you're going to run into.
Yeah.
For instance, yesterday, let's just take that as an example.
Yeah. Okay.
We went on a tour to this island called Cape Clear, and it was a beautiful island, and but en route to the island, you never know what you're going to see. And granted, we weren't on a zodiac, we were on a ferry boat, but we were surrounded by basking sharks. I've never
there was in the water yesterday.
It's amazing, right? Yeah. And these are, you know, 5 meters, 7 meter long sharks that have been around. They're prehistoric sharks.
Yeah.
And our boat was surrounded by them, and we shut the motor off, and you just sit there enjoying your time with these amazing creatures.
Wow.
And then there were whales in the background, and then there were dolphins around us, and it was, you don't get this unless you're on an expedition ship, because those are the things you see day in and day out. Have you been to Antarctica before?
No, I want to go. That's on my bucket list.
This is, you go on a zodiac ride, and all of a sudden there's penguins jumping into the zodiac. There's penguins swimming next to the zodiac. There's
very good
whales
afternoon,
that come
ladies
up.
and gentlemen.
And this is expedition ship.
This is just a little reminder.
You can hear this for yourself.
In about 10 minutes time, we have our expedition recap and briefing in the Discovery Center. So please join myself and the expedition team for a recap and briefing on our stop in Plymouth tomorrow, and we'll learn also some interesting things about the area. So ladies and gentlemen, hope to see you all at 6 o'clock in about 10 minutes time. Thank you.
So what you just heard was our expedition leader, who will make that announcement every evening. That's something we do on expedition. We have a recap talking about what we did today, maybe what we did yesterday if we didn't have a briefing at the end of the day yesterday, because it was, as you know, such a crazy day.
Yeah, it was.
And then we'll go over what's happening tomorrow. We'll talk about the weather. We'll talk about the port. We'll go over the tours, just to kind of review what's happening the following day. This is something that happens on every expedition ship. Every single evening there's a recap and briefing that all the guests attend, whether it's the expedition lounge or like the main theater room. Everybody comes down, and then we'll also have a few of our staff giving very small recap. They're like maybe 7 to 10 minute presentations, lectures covering a topic that's relevant to where we are, or relevant to something we saw or we're going to see the following day.
Yeah.
So that's what separates expedition apart. It's truly an amazing experience.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been on an expedition ship. I've been on all the luxury ones, but never on expedition. And then on the Zodiac, that hooked me. I love that. Isn't
that? And what we're doing now, what you're getting this particular voyage, this isn't even an expedition heavy voyage.
No.
Next voyage is going to be half expedition, half ports, and it's a completely different layout.
Yeah.
And then once we get back up to Edinburgh, then the ship takes off for the Arctic season and heads up to Svalbard, and then it's Arctic expedition for months.
Oh wow!
It's truly extraordinary.
Well, I'm tickled to death that I'm on this, and then I'm on the next one.
Are you staying for the next one as well?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
so I'll be on till, you know, you'll get sick of me.
You're gonna. We should do another interview.
Yeah,
we should do another sit down towards the end of next voyage.
Yeah.
And see how you feel after experiencing everything. Because we'll get to. We may. There's no promising.
You heard it here first.
No promising. You never promise on the expedition.
Yeah.
But it's possible that we could get close-up encounters with puffins. So we'll take the Zodiac. We might get to take the Zodiac ashore, and then we'll go for a nice hike on an uninhabited island.
Okay.
And go hike up to the colony where the puffins are nesting. And you'll get to stand there, sit there, and watch them for an hour and interact with them.
I would love that.
These are the experiences that you get to have when you're on an expedition. So really exciting.
Then you can let me know for sure, right?
I will.
I'll be going with you.
And I'll get to share. We'll get to share some photos with you next. Next voyage as well.
Yeah. Isn't this amazing? This is totally different than what you think about the normal cruises, isn't it?
It is, and I think that's I would never go back to a cruise ship in terms of working. If I was to go back to lecture, to share the photography, the stories, maybe to teach, that would be something I would be interested in doing. But in terms of expedition, it's just a night and day difference. And for those who don't like the big crowds, I think that's what's truly amazing about expedition is they're small, they're very intimate, they're very focused on the part of the world you're going to, what you're experiencing, what you're seeing. And of course, as you know, the food is great.
Oh my
the
God.
Staff is great. They're so friendly. And the small numbers, you really get to know everybody who you're sailing with.
That's true.
Well, I mean, sometimes you don't want to get to know everybody, but
for the most part, they're mostly great.
You have the opportunity to really sit down and get to know everybody, and it's just such a more intimate, cozy experience.
Yeah, it really is. It's wonderful. Yeah. I'm so glad I had a chance to talk with you, and I was telling Rick about it, our producer, and Jenny, and all that. And I know everybody in Las Vegas is. Well, you know a lot of people in Las Vegas.
I know a lot of people in Las Vegas.
Well, good. You got a second home over there. If you need a place, I got a big house. So you always got a place to stay.
Yeah, I would say to everyone who's living in Las Vegas, we all know the weather in Las Vegas is quite warm in the summertime. Yeah. Why not book a voyage, go out on an expedition, step outside your comfort zone and experience something different. It really gets you up close and personal with the wildlife, the landscape, the area that you're exploring. In the summertime, a lot of expedition companies will do the Arctic. In the winter time, or our winter at home. In the winter time, you can go to Antarctica. So November to March is Antarctic season. I would say June through the end of August is typically the Arctic season. Right now, I know the Pursuit is going through French Polynesia. It's going out to Australia to the Kimberleys. You really get to, they really cover quite a bit. And at the end of the Antarctic season, they did a South Atlantic crossing and went to Tristan da Cunha and went to Ascension Island, went to places that nobody else goes to.
Oh, wow.
And then we came
up. It just gives me the chills just thinking about it.
And we came up the west coast of Africa. Places that no one really goes to, the Gambia, Senegal. We went to lots of different places in Morocco. And then we came up and did Western Europe, and went to some of the places. You're just inside the wine regions, and you're seeing all the ruins from World War II all along the whole northwest corner of France. So, and then we popped up to, as you know, what you're doing right now. So we're out here in the British Isles, the Scottish Isles. We just finished how many days in Ireland? 5, 6 days in Ireland.
5 or 6, and then now we're going to England.
And talk about the weather.
Oh
how amazing
God.
has the weather been?
Every day it's been fabulous.
Yeah.
And then when you're out there, it's like glass. It's just
unheard of out here. It's supposed to be rough almost every day. It's supposed to be raining, and we've had sunshine almost every single day. It's truly been exceptional.
It's been wonderful. Absolutely. So you're going to have to tune in again with us.
We'll do this again.
Yes. Anything else you want to say hi to anybody, or?
I just say hi to my friend Mike out in Summerlin, and all my friends who I used to work with in the casino who are scattered all around. Okay. Hello to you too. And yeah, I just encourage everybody to check out Expeditions. It's just a
Seaborn
really
Expeditions.
Seaborn Expeditions.
That's where Jeremy is.
I keep forgetting that part. It's right here on the shirt. So yeah, definitely check out, and just keep in mind the Pursuit and the Venture are strictly expedition ships.
Right.
They are not cruise. They are separate from the cruise sector of Seaborn.
Right.
So when you come on the Pursuit or the Venture, you should expect to be on some type of expedition.
That's right.
Yeah.
And when we're finished with this, I'll play my commercial, and I own Diamond Travel, so I'll make sure I take care of Jeremy's friends. How's that?
There we go. Sounds
Double
good.
dip, you know. What can I tell you?
Sounds good.
Okay, that's our show for today. Thank you so much, and Jeremy, thank you for being on.
No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
And we'll have him on the second half of the second cruise, correct?
The second voyage, absolutely.
Okay.
So take care, everybody.
Bye.